Hello, hello. My name is Ruby Burrito and welcome to today's video. Before we get started, I do want to give a little disclaimer. So today's topic is going to be getting ready for the next Living World season and the next episode that they gave a little sneak peek for. However, we don't have a ton of information on it, so this is more of just a generic video. This is not meant to be an in-depth guide by any means. So, in the past, one of the big things that one of the big things that they've added in Living World seasons was legendaries, right? So you have the Gen 1 legendaries and you have the Gen 2 legendaries that came in the Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire era. Gen 1 legendaries were around from launch. Gen 3 legendaries actually came in during the End of Dragons era. And all of their different variations have been coming out with Living World Season 1. So I would say it's pretty reasonable to expect a lack of legendary weapons in the next Living World season. And potentially even a lack of a new weapon set in general. I'm hoping that they have one. For example, the Dragon's Blood weapons that they added in the... Oh, I'm gonna forget what it's called. It was Living World Season 4. Thunderhead Keep. It was the Thunderhead Keep right before the end of the season, episode 5. The Thunderhead Keep map had the Dragon's Blood weapons. They're very cool. And I'm really hoping that they'll do something similar, give us something, if it's an armor set, weapon set. Those happen to come pretty frequently. Every time that there's a new map, which they have confirmed will be coming, most likely in this first episode for Living World season, the new Living World season. They usually have some sort of new collectible or something, some new currency. And so it's difficult to say, as I said in the beginning, it's difficult to say exactly what it is that you should be doing to prepare. But there's a couple things that I can say for certainty. Don't do what I'm going to be doing and blow all of your currencies and all of your materials and start building stuff right before we know that there's going to be new content coming out. I'm going to be, if you haven't seen, my project is... personal project is building every single Gen 1 legendary. And that is really going to take up all of my materials, all of my currencies. Uh-oh, I have cat aggro. Hey, buddy. Excuse me. It is difficult. It's difficult to do a jumping puzzle when you block the screen. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the project of building every Gen 1 Legendary is really going to take up all my materials and everything like that. So I'm not really going to have anything for crafting or buying new things in the new Living World season. I would say that one thing you can do is just kind of hold off any big purchases, wait until we see what the new currency is going to be. Living World Season 3 had Unbound magic, Living World Season 4 had volatile magic, and then they all had a bunch of map currencies, all of which were tied into the overarching season currency. So my first suggestion is going to be hold off in big purchases and large crafting endeavors. 2, if you're trying to get some achievements taken care of, now would be a good time to do that. There's going to be a whole new set of story, a whole new set of achievements that are going to be coming in with the new episode. And if you are into doing the story and you like doing achievements, it's going to be pretty time consuming between exploring the map, getting the achievements, playing the story, and learning how they're going to be planning on changing the game in the future, because as I've mentioned in previous videos, this is a huge step in a new direction for the studio, there's going to be a lot going on. So try to time your projects or goals or anything to finish a little bit beforehand so that you can be prepared to spend some time playing it. In the past, they've dropped maps like Drizzlewood that are huge farming maps. Istan, Drizzlewood, Dragonfall. They pretty much take over the meta for farming for a little while. So that's another thing. So even if you're not going for specific, like getting all the achievements in the Living World season, it would be beneficial to wait and see what the new map has to offer. Beyond that, I would just say try to maximize your time and enjoy Winter's Day. This only comes once a year. Everything else is available throughout the rest of the year. And that's about it. I know other people may have their opinions, but there's only so much you can do to be prepared for a brand new season. So, if you have any questions about it or thoughts, ideas, I know only so many people are probably going to see this, but I'm curious to see what people think of the concept art. I recently put out a video that showed the concept art for the new Living World episode that was dropped at the end of the year's end post by the devs. I'd like to hear what people think it could be, because as I said, I think it's going to be either the drowned Kaineng section or the pretty much the broken down Kaineng sections. I think the aesthetic fits pretty well there, and it's the bigger city that we've seen. But if you have any other ideas, feel free to let me know. I'm really curious. I've been really excited to see where they're gonna go with the story following End of Dragons ever since I finished the End of Dragons story. So, me personally, I'm gonna be continuing to finish my project. I'll hopefully have that finished in the week after Christmas. It's gonna be a lot of gold farming between now and then. So I won't be ready for really crafting or buying anything when it comes time for the new episode. But if I'm hoping that even though they're pretty generic pieces of advice, that just having the discourse will help people remember what it's like to have the new content come in and be prepared for it. And if you're new, maybe the opposite, then you can learn that we really don't know what's going on. And so it's sometimes better to just wait and relax. I think that about wraps it up for today. I've been enjoying some time doing the Winter's Day activities. I gotta try to finish off the annuals. I haven't had too much time to finish them. Bells of Winter's Day is... I might actually do one more jumping puzzle and then switch to playing some music. Bells are very fun. Yeah, I think that about wraps it up. If you have questions, suggestions, thoughts, I'd love to discuss things. So let me know what you think. And if you're feeling up to supporting the channel, feel free to like, subscribe, etc. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. So, before I forget, if you're looking at gold farming and you don't really know exactly what you want to do, like I am sometimes, part of the reason why that was the wrong thing. Part of the reason why I've been playing PvP and why I've been struggling is because I need mystic coins. Not mystic coins, mystic clovers. And one of the best way to get large quantities of them is by finishing reward tracks in PvP and World v World. There's a couple reward tracks that give you more than 10 for each completion. For example, the one that I'm doing right now gives me 14. It does take a lot longer, it feels, to finish PvP ones. But if you do your dailies, your PvP and World v World dailies, you get the Transcendent chests, which will give you... doesn't look like I have any on this character at this point. They give you PvP and World v World reward potions that help progress your reward tracks. So PvP actually is good for getting just raw gold as well from the chests here. So when I complete this, I'll get 5. So if you enjoy PvP, consider doing your dailies and at least 1 match a day if you can. That is what I will be doing. So another way to prep, I would say, I mean, just getting gold in general would be another good way to get gold in general will be to do your PvP matches. Ooh, that was a bad move on my part, but that's okay. Now I'm gonna call it, and I will see you guys in the next one.